Will the defendant please rise? In the matter of the state of Indiana versus David Hopkins on the charge of murder, the jury finds the defendant not guilty.
Thank you.
No, we're still trying to find out what the hell happened. I'll let you know.
Doug Hellman's listed serious. Kelly Jaffe is critical. Annabeth's on her way to the hospital now.
She and Jaffe were classmates?
Law school, and you know how close Annabeth and Hellman are.
What about the shooter?
Bob Peters already been arrested.
I was afraid of that. Didn't like the verdict, so he got himself a gun.
What would you do if your son-in-law killed your daughter and the jury let him walk?
I'd be tempted to shoot the son of a bitch and his lawyers. This mess is our fault.
How so?
If we'd have convicted Hopkins, none of this would have happened.
Excuse me, Doug Hellman and Kelly Jaffe.
Are you family?
The prosecuting attorney's office.
Mr. Hellman just got out of surgery. He's in recovery, second floor.
How's he doing?
The surgery went well. He's stable.
Okay. And Kelly Jaffe?
They're still working on her.
Annabeth? Mrs. Jaffe. How is she?
We got here as soon as we could. They told us it's touch and go.
How could this happen? Can somebody please explain this to me?
I'm so sorry. I'm going to find out everything I can. I promise.
We don't have any news on Mr. Hellman.
As they said, he's stable.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
God. Oh, no. Oh, no. Annabeth.
You heard about Kelly?
How's Hellman? Have you heard?
I was waiting to see him.
I feel responsible for Kelly's... What happened to her?
John, you didn't shoot her. Bob Peters did.
I lost the case. If I hadn't... Is he in custody yet, Peters?
Suicide watch at county.
Excuse me. Doug Hellman's awake. One at a time, please.
You go. Annabeth.
Would you excuse us, please? Thank you. You gonna be okay?
Oh, yeah. I just always wanted to know what it felt like to be shot. Now I know.
Yeah?
It hurts. I don't recommend it.
Well, I guess if you can joke about it.
That's Kelly. I knew it. I knew it. God. If I could have just done something, you know. I was standing on the steps, and next thing I know, she's on the ground in a puddle of blood.
Doug, there's nothing you could have done.
I don't know.
I just feel so helpless. I don't know what to say to Kelly's parents.
It's okay if you don't have all the answers, Annabeth.
Well, the jury has heard all the evidence and rendered their verdict, so now my client just wants to get back to his life.
I want to lead the prosecution of Bob Peters.
Death penalty case, high burden of proof, sympathetic defendant.
Peters wanted to kill Hopkins. Intent follows the bullet. The fact that he killed an innocent bystander and not the man he was aiming at makes our argument for the death penalty even stronger.
Agreed.
And what is so sympathetic about recklessly shooting two innocent people? Peters deserves the death penalty.
You'll need to be up to speed on the Hopkins case.
Last summer, David Hopkins pushed his wife off a cliff on a camping trip. The marriage was troubled, financial difficulties, infidelity, etc. We had a really strong case. I don't know why the jury acquitted him, but they did.
Bob Peters decided to go out and get the justice that was denied to his daughter. He hasn't even been arraigned yet, and his lawyer's already playing him as the victim, a grieving parent provoked by an unfair verdict.
Angling for a lesser charge, positioning themselves for the manslaughter plea.
We'll need to fire right back. Vigilante justice will not be tolerated.
I'm ready.
Good. Maureen will be here second.
Who's representing Peters?
Hannah Turley.
Vocal opponent of the death penalty. She's going to come right at us.
Let her. We have as much of a soapbox to stand on as she does.
Okay.
Hey, you sure you're not too close to this?
We need to make an example of this guy. What happened to Kelly and Doug could have happened to any of us. And since when is it a bad thing for a prosecutor to care about a victim?